Hey, welcome back in to Eye on Agriculture. I'm Britton Rucker. Since its first detection back in 2022, the highly pathogenic avian influenza has wiped out more than 75 million birds across 47 different states. It's why the dairy industry and the USDA are taking every precaution after a recent discovery of this disease in a handful of cows. The farm monitors at Damon Jones now has what this means for producers and what they should be on the lookout for.
With nearly 100 dairy operations around Georgia, responsible for 235 million gallons of milk every year, it's an important industry for the state's economy. And while rising input costs and low commodity prices are always a concern for producers, the recent detection of avian influenza within a few herds across 9 different states has also caught their attention.
This disease is obviously concerning. It's relatively new to the dairy industry. We're not entirely sure how it's going to affect cattle moving forward. Overall, it will cause a little bit of loss of milk production for herds. We do see cattle that become clinically ill from this disease, but they tend to recover very quickly. And so the milk production will come back. We don't see a significant amount of death loss, but it seems to be just an infection that comes in, affects a group of animals, and then tends to move out.
So while it appears this disease provides no long-term effect to the herd, it is something producers should have on their radar, considering just how difficult it is to control.
It is a disease that's going to move, and one of the ways we've identified it as spreading is through wildfowl. And so obviously those birds move from farm to farm. They're chasing water supplies and feed ingredients. And so it is a disease that we're going to continue to monitor and move, but we may not have a lot of control over it. Another way it's moved is through cattle transportation. And so cattle that move from farm to farm have a risk of spreading this disease with them.
For that reason, USDA has imposed more testing protocols, as each cow must now be tested by a certified and licensed Georgia veterinarian before being transported. It's an additional but necessary step to ensure both food safety and containment.
Regulatory testing has added some additional guidelines for producers before they start to move cattle across state lines. So it is some extra work that they have to do. It is some homework from the part of the veterinarian as well as the farm. But a lot of dairy producers, when they do move cattle, they have to do some regulatory testing anyway. So it's one more step that they have to do. But it's all designed to ensure a safe, healthy, and wholesome herd and food supply.
With that food safety being the top priority, FDA recently confirmed that pasteurization of milk consistent with the federal grade A PMO kills any harmful pathogenic bacteria and microorganisms, including the highly pathogenic avian influenza. However, it could create a decrease in production, which is why there is one major symptom producers should be on the lookout for.
The most common thing that we see with this new high-path avian influenza in cattle is a loss in milk production. And so what we're seeing is a thicker milk supply from that cow. She's still producing some milk, but it almost has the consistency of colostrum, or that early milk production she has after she has a calf.
Reporting from Athens, I'm Damon Jones for the Farm Monitor.
Thanks so much for watching Eye on Agriculture. I'm Britton Rucker, and I'll see you here next week.